that this shows me, right, is like I haven't been role playing this regularly, so I'm rusty.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that further like validates the importance of role play. Like, yes, I could still like, if I go get on a BMX bike, like could I still ride it and get around the track? Like I could, but it's not going to be nearly as good as if I had done it 7 straight days. So I think it goes to just validate the importance of role playing, to do it on a consistent basis so things don't catch you off guard. Welcome to the Whissel Way Podcast. My name is Kyle Whissel with eXp Realty in San Diego.
Did you forget your name for a second?
Mm-hmm.
My name is Bryan Koci, Director of Media here at Whissel Realty Group.
The goal of the show is to give you the tools, techniques, and tactics to go out there and crush it in your business. The way that we like to do that is to answer the questions that you have for us. Rather than us guessing at what you want to hear about, we just listen to you. So if you have a question you want to have us answer on a future episode of the show, you can always go to thewhisselway.com. Ask us questions on there, subscribe to the podcast and YouTube channel, join our referral network, private Facebook group, and email newsletter where we share a lot of tips and tricks. And you can get detailed info on our Media Mayor Mastermind course, which is a video content creation course where we teach you everything Bryan and I have learned about creating video. Over the last 7+ years together, we've done thousands of videos, millions of views, and tons of transactions, and really built a massive brand here in San Diego. We're going to teach you exactly how to do it in your local market. So all that at thewhisselway.com. If you enjoyed the episode today, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. Let YouTube know you enjoyed it. Also, hit the subscribe button and notification bell to let YouTube know you want to get notified of future episodes of the show. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, hook us up with a review. That really goes a long way to help spread the word about the show. Based on that intro, Bryan, this is going to be a rough role play.
This is going to be a rough one.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it, though. I want to
Cool.
see you struggle through it.
Yeah.
I struggled through a couple of my calls earlier today, so hopefully I'm doing good and you hit your bumpy patch here.
Let's do it.
All right, so we've talked about role play in previous episodes. We've talked about the importance. Go ahead and give your 60-second spiel on, only 60 seconds, on the importance of role play in your business.
We call these elevator pitches.
Cool.
Right?
Well, with our elevator, it's 4 fucking minutes.
You
so.
got to have an
slow
elevator pitch for like everything in your business. So elevator pitch when it comes to role playing. If you want to make NFL money, which you can do in this industry, you need to put in NFL effort. NFL players put in 2,000+ hours a year of practice so that they can perform for 17 games a year, which they're only on the field less than half of that time. And so if an NFL player is going to put in 2,000+ hours of practice so they can perform, they get on the field, you need to put in an equal level of practice so that you can perform and you get on your field.
That was 28 seconds. Continue.
That's it. The elevator pitch is 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
So you got 2 seconds left. Anyway, okay. So the importance of role play.
Yeah.
We role play on our team every day.
Yeah, we do phone role play 5 days a week, and then we do in-person role play 1 day per week.
Okay.
And in-person role play is doing things like role playing your listing presentation, your buyer consultation, the driveway consultation, open houses, that kind of stuff.
Cool. So today we thought, let's see how many of these we can get through. We thought we'd actually do some live role play and kind of see how that goes. So this first one's going to be really fun for you. Well, let's start with an easy one. Let's role play. I'm a past client of yours. You haven't spoken to me for a while, and you're inviting me to a client appreciation event, which we don't call client appreciation events. We call them friends and family events.
Okay. What's the name of this one we're about to do, this movie?
I forget. It's not Uncharted, but it's the other one with Tom Holland.
March 2021. I don't even know.
No, it's not Uncharted.
I will find it. It's got Brad Pitt.
The Lost City?
I think that's what it is. That's the hard part is, today we don't get previews anymore. You don't really see what movies are coming out. It's actually become way harder to know when there's a hot movie. The Batman is about to come out. Most people don't even know. I guess you see social media ads, right? That's the place we primarily get notified.
Did you figure out that movie yet?
No, I'm still trying to find it. It's hard. It's called The Lost City.
There you go.
With Brad Pitt, Channing Tatum, Sandra Bullock. It's a good cast.
Yeah.
So it's got to be a good movie. At least they're paying people a shitload of money to be in it. Should I stall and talk about why we do a movie night?
No, I've got a couple of other options, so we can do a couple role plays.
Okay. All right. So this is me inviting you to come to our event.
Yep, I'm a past client that you haven't talked to for 3 years.
Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Bryan.
Bryan, it's Kyle Whissel.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I wanted to give you a call. We're actually have a friends and family event coming up next month. We rented out a movie theater. It's a hot new movie, Lost City's coming out. Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum, Brad Pitt. It's going to be a super cool movie. Wanted to invite you and the wife to come out and check out the movie before it gets released to the public.
Who is this again?
It's Kyle Whissel. We actually helped you guys buy your house over there on 123 Main Street.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
I know it's weird, right? Realtors don't normally call you after they work with you. We're kind of a little different here. We actually want to stay in contact with our clients after the fact because we consider you part of the family now.
Awesome. And so when was it again?
It's coming up on March 15th. So it's the first night the movie comes out. We got the whole movie theater rented out. So I'd love for you guys to come and be my VIP guest at the movie.
And then how much is it, you said?
Oh, it's just a free perk that you get by being a part of the Whissel family.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So I count you guys in for that. I can send you over all the details, but should be good for you.
Yeah, that sounds like it'll work.
Okay, cool. And then how are you and Tia doing?
We're doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And I know you guys had a new baby. How's everything going with little baby Elliot?
He's wonderful while he sleeps. He's he's a very messy eater, so that's fun.
Okay.
But yeah, he's good.
All right, very cool. And then I know you love your little 5-year-old. I mean, she's just the joy of your life, isn't she?
She is. She started T-ball this week or this month, and that's been fun. But trying to get her to practice is another story. But she says she loves it, so that's good.
That's awesome, man. And then how's everything going with work?
Little frustrating. My boss is kind of an asshole, but other than that, it's fine.
I heard he gives you a company card, though. That's always fun.
That is true. You would not believe the things I buy on Amazon with it. It's great.
Very cool. What else do you guys got going on this year? Anything exciting?
We're going to go to Cabo in a couple months, so that'll be cool. And then we're hitting up Great Wolf Lodge, so that'll be fun. Maybe a cruise at the end of the year, though.
It's a big year for you guys.
Hopefully. It's been a slow couple of years with COVID, so now we're excited to get out and actually do something.
Yeah, where are you guys thinking of going for the cruise?
Last time we did a Disney cruise down to Mexico, which was really cool. So I'd be down to do that again.
Okay, awesome. And then how's everything going with the house?
Good. We've got to get it tenanted for termites at some point because San Diego and termites. But finished all our major renovations. Just bought a new couch, so that's cool.
Okay.
So that's a huge improvement. It'll be great when we go to sell it. But yeah, the house is good.
Cool. Well, hey, one of the things we do, every year we go, we see a CPA every year to kind of get a glimpse of our financial picture. We go see, dentist at least once a year, even probably 2 or 3 times a year. We see our doctor a few times a year. One of the things we're offering to our clients is just kind of an annual home checkup, just to kind of give you some insight onto, where's the value of your home today, what's going on with interest rates, what's going on with rental rates, and even some of the investment opportunities are out there. Is that something that might be of interest to you? Just kind of get a checkup, see where things are at with the new house?
I mean, I don't really think about, we're going to be here for hopefully a long time, so I don't know if we're going to sell anytime soon.
Oh, no, it's not anything to sell. It's just to make sure you know exactly what's going on, with your financial picture. It's, it's one of the biggest investments you have in your, entire life probably. So it's always good
my
to
cat collection.
It's always good just to know exactly, where your assets at, and not that you need to do anything today. Just want to, offer that as a free service for you as one of our VIP clients.
Sure, that sounds great.
Awesome. Well, let's make that happen.
Cool. Hang up. Cool. So how do you feel that went?
Good. I think it's one of the things I found with role playing. It's hard when you look at each other. Which is why we try to role play, and literally, even if we're doing Zoom role play now more than we are phone role play, just because the way our company's structured, it makes sense. But it's weird when you look at people when you're role playing, unless it's obviously an in-person role play, because then you joke around, you're laughing and stuff, but it's funny to watch body language, right? Because when we're talking face to face, I can watch your body language and see if you're laughing or nervous or uptight. Where on a phone call, you don't necessarily have that same luxury. So it's good when you're role playing your phone stuff, even if you're doing it on Zoom, to not look at the other person.
Makes sense.
To literally look off to the side. so that you can get a more realistic experience, because you're not going to see your client when you're talking to them. So if you're going to role play your conversation, you shouldn't, see the role play partner when you're talking to them.
So look off to the side, or you guys can turn off your cameras.
Yeah, I would say, like, if you're actually actively role playing, I'm fine with you turning your camera off. Traditionally for us with Zoom, as a speaker, I actually take it as a sign of disrespect when you don't have your camera on. Our team knows that. I literally hammer them. Every single person on all our stuff has their cameras on. But when it comes to role playing, I'm okay with the camera being off if you're one of the participants, because it is a little awkward when you can see the other person. It's going to change your approach. Like I felt my approach change because I watched you loosen up, and it changed the approach, which you're not going to have that same luxury when you're on an actual phone call.
And that's why sometimes when we've done like our script battles, we'll actually do, so if we are in person, but we're practicing role play, is we'll go back to back.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
And so I heard you go through the Ford script there.
Yeah. So Ford, FORD, family, occupation, recreation, dreams.
And why?
Which is just, it's just like every phone call, every like script, stuff like that. It's great to have kind of that framework to stay within, and not that you have to be, that it's rigid, but it's a framework. Just make sure you kind of hit all these points throughout the conversation. And if it flows straight through Ford, great. If it goes FROD, that's cool too. Like, but those are just some really good talking points, especially when you're calling like past clients, just to touch on, to not make it all about real estate, right? Like, we didn't get into real estate on that conversation until the very, very end of it.
Yep. And then you went straight into the invite as opposed to like doing the Ford stuff first. Tell me why you did that. Because
it's just a disarming thing. It's not me asking for anything. And it's actually kind of an unexpected thing, right? Which even in that scenario, if it caught you off guard, that's what I want. I want my client like, oh, like, what? Like, do I have to pay? No. Oh, that's different. It's kind of cool, right? Like, I actually want that range of emotions to occur, because that's unique, right? No, 99.9% of real estate agents are not doing anything to stay in touch with their clients after the fact. They may put them on some like bullshit automated service, but they're not actually like making human contact with them. So for us, we do, depending on the year, 3 to 4 events per year, which gives our agents a reason to, connect with their clients on a quarterly basis, ideally, and not be trying to sell them anything. Just literally just trying to invite them out to an event and reconnect.
Cool.
Because the thing is, it's top of mind, right? It's whether they're looking to buy or sell now or buy or sell in 10 years from now, whoever's top of mind when they're ready to make that decision, that's who's a lot of times going to get the business.
And then how do you follow? I know this isn't part of the role play, but how do you follow up with that? Do you follow up with a text message with the details, or?
Yeah. So in that scenario, I mean, we technically knocked 2 things out on that one, which I would only go with depending on how the conversation flowed. Like, conversation flowed really well, so I went into offering the annual home checkup. If it didn't go as well, I wouldn't have offered that, but just based on the flow of the conversation, I pulled that out because we were in rapport at that point. So it was a logical next step, where if we weren't in as much rapport, I wouldn't have offered that up. It wouldn't have been the right time. So as far as like when that phone call is done, I'm big on video. Obviously, that's kind of what we're known for. So I'm really big on shooting a video, just saying, hey, Bryan, it was really great to connect with you, man. I'm super excited for you guys to come out to the event. I put a link down below with all the details on the event. I went ahead and registered you and Tia for the tickets. So you should have an email in your inbox with those tickets as well, right? I would send a text message over for that. And then I would also do an appointment confirmation. We didn't go that far down the scripting, but I would also send you an appointment confirmation for the appointment we set up.
Cool.
But I'm big, like, anytime I have a phone call with somebody, I'm huge on following up with a video afterwards, just to, and maybe they don't even remember who the hell I am. So whether
this guy that I see on billboards and bus benches, that guy.
So like in this scenario, this was a past client, so ideally you remember who I am. But when you have a call first time, like a Zillow Flex lead or something like that, they don't know who the hell you are. It's so damn important to send them a video to humanize yourself, right? To show them that you're a real human being, that you're not a robot. This is not an automation. Like, I'm real.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, let's roll into the next one.
Yeah, so let's just hit on this before we do roll into it, is that anytime we do the role play, we typically will do a back and forth where we'll ask the agent, hey, how do you feel you did? Then the client, how do you feel it went? And then a lot of times, and when we role play, we like to have at least 3 people in the group. And so that there's an observer or a third party, whatever you want to call them. What I found is in those scenarios, like the way I heard it as the agent versus you heard it as the client versus the third party, we all hear a different conversation. And so those different perspectives can really lead to some great feedback to improve for the next one.
Cool. Start off easy.
Okay.
Ready for the next one?
Sure.
So this is going to be a cold lead. They signed up on your website.
Okay.
Not by filling out a form, but they were looking at photos, and it prompted them to register. Prompted me, the client.
Okay. I wouldn't call that cold, but that's warm because you at least gave me your info.
But this is the first time we were reaching out. I wouldn't call them. They're not warm yet.
Cold would be somebody that has no idea I'm calling, like who I am or why I'm calling.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I filled out the form 3 weeks ago.
Okay. And I'm just lazy.
Yeah. You got followed up with by your sales manager, and they said you need to call your past clients or your cold leads or your leads. So yeah, not cold. Sorry, just not qualified yet. Is what I would call it.
Okay. This is weird because I literally haven't made these calls in years.
I know, that's why I started off with the easy one. I know you made the past client one not too long ago. This website registration for a buyer is not something that you've done.
I haven't made this call in like over 10 years.
So you literally have a team now.
This is a good problem to have if you're watching this, that you don't even know how to have these conversations because you actually don't make these calls. This is good. I've worked myself out of a job. I've actually been fired from like multiple jobs on the team, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Yeah, eventually you guys will fire me as a CEO. It's great.
We're not having conversations about this. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where this is. I'm just kidding.
Just fire me. Put me out of my misery. Take me around back.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and call me.
All right. This was website inquiry. You inquired. You were looking at some properties.
Yep.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Bryan.
Hey, Bryan, this is Kyle over at Whissel Realty Group. You were actually on our website recently. We're checking out some properties in the Santee area. Wanted to give you a call and follow up with you and see how the home search was going.
What website was this again?
It was whisselrealty.com. You were looking at a couple places in Santee. It looked like you were maybe looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Are you guys still on the hunt?
I think I just saw something on Facebook. I was kind of looking around. I'm not really interested.
Not really? Okay. I mean, you were looking at some stuff in Santee. Is that kind of the primary area you're looking to move to?
Well, we live there now.
Okay. What do you guys like about Santee?
I really like the community vibe to it.
Okay.
We currently own, but we might look for a little bit bigger space.
Okay. Yeah, that's always important. Is the family expanding?
No, not really. Just want a little bit more space. We just bought a new couch, so we need a bigger front room now.
Sectional?
It is.
Ah, sectionals. Yeah, you need a little bigger room for those sectionals, so that's always cool. You know, Bryan, the places that you guys were looking at on the website, they were in like that 800 range. Is that kind of the range you guys are thinking?
I mean, I looked at the calculator on the website, and so, I mean, that looks like something we can probably afford. I don't know.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, there's a lot of amazing properties right around that price range. I'm sure we could find you something that would have room for that beautiful couch of yours. Have you just kind of getting started on things, or have you had an opportunity to connect with a lender just to look at your options?
I mean, honestly, I haven't even really talked to the wife about it. I was just kind of saw something online, and I saw a cool backyard. I thought maybe that would be, just kind of clicking around.
Okay, yeah, it's always fun. I'm actually looking for an RV right now, and it's just fun to get on there and poke around and see what all is out there. Were there any particular properties that caught your eye?
None that I can remember.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, yeah, Bryan, what I'd love to do, I mean, if you're up for it, I'd love to set up a time we can get together. It sounds like you own a home. So one of the things I'd love to do is, and it's always a good recommendation in the beginning, is to take a inventory of what you've got so we really understand what the value of your current home is. One thing you'll probably be pretty excited to hear is the value of your home is substantially higher than you guys paid for it. And whether you guys decide you want to hold on to that home and turn it into a rental, or you guys want to cash out and roll it into that new bigger home, you guys are going to be in an amazing position. And when we get together too, we can talk a little bit more about exactly what you guys are looking for in a home to make sure that we can get you guys dialed in with a search. And whether you guys are looking to buy a home in a week, a month, or a year from now, we can just put together a search, just kind of get on the same page and start sending you guys some stuff out that's going to, give you an idea of what's going on in the market. And then when you guys are ready, we can get out and start checking out some homes. Would that be something you're up for?
I mean, I appreciate that and all, but my brother-in-law's a realtor.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Has he been in the business for a while?
Yeah, he's been doing it for about 10 years.
Okay. Very cool. What's his name?
His name is John.
John. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I've actually heard of John. That's awesome.
Just John.
This is John. Yeah, that's cool. John. Yeah, he sounds like a great guy. There's
Just
a
like
couple...
Prince, but John.
Yeah, that's super cool. Have you guys connected with John about the home search?
No, like I said, I was just kind of poking around.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, what I'd love to do, there's no obligation or anything. We can just get together. It can show you a little bit about, again, what your current home is worth. Also show you what's going on out there in the market and show you what, your money's going to get you in today's market. And again, there's no obligation. So, we could just meet up, check things out, figure out if there's some opportunity out there and go from there.
I mean, my wife's going out of town this weekend. Maybe I could do it Saturday.
She's going to be gone on Saturday. So you're trying to keep this on the down low from her?
No, it's just, I don't know her schedule except for that. So.
Okay. Would you want to do something maybe when she gets back in town? That way we can make sure we're all on the same page with things.
I guess we could do that.
Okay. When is she going to be back in town?
She'll be back Sunday.
On Sunday? Okay. Do you want to do something maybe on Monday then?
Sure.
Are mornings or afternoons typically better for you guys?
I work until 7 p.m., so
Okay.
probably something after the kids go to bed, like 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Oh, a nightcap. We could do that. I've done as late as 10 o'clock before. So, hey, 8 o'clock, if that's what's going to work for you guys, we'll make it happen. Would you prefer to do that on a weeknight, or would you want to wait until the weekend where time might be a little better for you guys?
Either's fine.
Okay. Well, hey, 8 o'clock is cool for me. So let's knock it out. Let's plan on meeting up at 8 o'clock on Monday. Is it going to be more convenient since you'll have the kids meet you guys out at your place?
Yeah, that'd be better.
Okay. That'll be good too, because that way I can take a look at your guys' house. It'll help give me a little better perspective on the current home when we're coming up with a value for that.
Cool.
All right. Well, Bryan, I'll really look forward to seeing you guys Monday at 8 o'clock. When we finish up, I'll shoot over a video just so you have a face to put with the name. And then I'll also send you a confirmation email with all the details and what to expect at our meeting on Monday.
Sounds good.
See you then.
Cool. How do you feel?
Not horrible.
What could you have done better?
I don't know. I just haven't role played this, right? Like I haven't been role playing this for a long time. So
It's also hard to make up a scenario on the other end where I'm not just like making random shit up as we go.
Yeah. The thing that this shows me, right, is like I haven't been role playing this regularly. So I'm rusty.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that further like validates the importance of role play. Like, yes, I could still like, if I go get on a BMX bike, like could I still ride it and get around the track? Like I could, but it's not going to be nearly as good as if I had done it the 7 straight days. So I think it goes to just validate the importance of role playing, to do it on a consistent basis so things don't catch you off guard.
Kyle's pissed. He's like, why do you make me look bad?
No. I know this is why people don't do our script battle though, because they're worried about looking bad. Like, hey, we're all human. Like I've never once said that I'm the best salesperson. I'm not the best salesperson by any means. But it goes to show why people won't do our script battle, because 1, they don't want to look bad, and 2, they don't want to lose.
Yeah.
Because most people, at this level, they're used to winning. So to 1, go on and potentially look bad, and 2, potentially lose, that's a tough pill to swallow.
One thing that I want to note about kind of the role play, because we were prepping for this, Tom was like, don't come up with like random shit like you're this billionaire from Morocco. Like, and so I think one thing that I think we did a good job at here is both the agent Kyle and the client me kept it realistic. I'm not saying
people fuck around all the time
do,
and
and it's
get
easy.
super loopy, and
Yeah.
it ruins it. Even if you just try to throw one little joke in, it fucks the whole role play up. Like, take this shit seriously.
Well,
like,
and I try and throw in some objections that you hear. That's how you make yourself better. But also, I don't want to be like, no, not interested, hang up, and then be like, that's a waste of a role play too. Right. So I was trying to push your limits a little bit with the brother-in-law being a agent and doing it late, and obviously I wanted to talk about my wife being out of town, so that way we can kind of. I know that's important, having both at the same time. So try and bring out some objections that make sense, but not things that like, oh, I can only meet at 3 a.m. on the 29th of February. Like, okay, asshole. Like, yeah.
Cool.
Any other tips about role play before we end this episode?
I think consistency is the key, right? That's me not being super sharp on it's a testament to that, because I don't have all the objection handlers like ready. And I think the most important part of it is that you can snap them off like automatically without thinking about it. When you have to think about what to say is when you lose people, because even though they can't see you, they can see you, right? They could see that you're uncomfortable. The last thing I want when I'm looking at who's going to be my agent to help me buy or sell whatever is somebody who's uncomfortable. I want somebody who's very confident, right? And now confident and cocky are two totally different things. I want somebody who's confident. The way that I have always sold is to have like a response for everything, and to have like the data to support what I'm saying has always been my strong suit. And so I'm not, again, I don't have the best lines, the best scripts, the best objection handlers. I'm just able to snap back responses quickly, which gives people confidence, which is what they need, right? If somebody's going to trust you to spend their $1 million, $2 million, like they got to really trust you that you know what you're talking about. When you get a lot of ums, ahs, wells, you're going to lose
those
people.
Awkward silences.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think just making sure you're doing this consistently, and you're never too good, right? Like I've done this for 20 years and I'm far from perfect at this. Nobody's too good to do this. I don't care how long you've been in the business. I mean, even our best agents who, selling $40 million a year, they still have to get on role play at least once a week. Maybe they don't have to go on every day, although most of them choose to be on every day because they want to continue to get better. But this is like one of those things. You will start to lose it over time if you don't use it.
Yep. Cool.
Awesome. Well, hopefully you guys got some value out of that. If you did and you're enjoying the show today, if you are listening on a podcast platform, hook us up with a review on there. That really means a lot to us. And if you are watching on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. Let YouTube know you're enjoying the show. And if you want to get notified of future episodes of the show, hit the subscribe button and little notification bell. And if you have questions you want to have us answer or topics on a future episode of the show, go to thewhisselway.com, thewhisselway.com. Ask us questions, subscribe to the podcast and YouTube channel, join our referral network, email newsletter, and private Facebook group, and get dialed in with the details on our video content creation course called the Media Mayor Mastermind, where we'll teach you how to dominate your local market and become the local mayor. thewhisselway.com. With that said, before we wrap the show, we always want to share what we refer to as our Whissel widget of the week. This is something we utilize in our business. It saves us time, makes us more money, or just helps us have more fun. What do you got for us, Bryan?
Yeah, so this is an app on my phone. If you like to post on Instagram, this helps you be a little more creative, has your photos look a little bit more polished and designed. It's an app called Unfold. So it's UNFOLD, and you're able to, it has some kind of like templates for stories and posts to kind of just make it a little bit more designed. They've got free versions, they've got paid versions, but they're kind of cool. So I like it just to break things up a little bit, to make it a little more creative. Sometimes I'll look at these apps and see what they're doing, and it helps kind of jog some thoughts on what to post. So Unfold is my widget this week.
Cool. The one I got, this was actually shared. We do a little mastermind with the top agents on our team. This was one that was shared that I thought was really cool. It's used to take a photograph of somebody's house. You put it into this app. It turns it into like a watercolor. And then this agent prints out the watercolor, frames it, gives it to the client as a client gift. And I think his all-in cost is $12.
Ooh.
Pretty cool.
Is there a cheaper version than that?
Pretty cool. Unique client gift, and the app is called Vinci, V-I-N-C-I, and the name is Vinci-AI Filters is the actual name of the app. But you could take a photo of a client's home, put it in there, watercolors it, take that, print it out, and whether you want to print that on canvas or just print it, put it in a frame, and it's a really cool, unique closing gift. So whether you have a seller who wants to like remember their old house, or you have a buyer, sometimes buyers like to put up pictures of the house. Super unique way to give a really inexpensive closing gift to a client.
It's kind of weird to do a buyer of a house that they purchase. Like, here's my house that I'm currently in.
Some people do that. I don't know, man. It's weird to me, but I've seen it done. But it's more for sellers just to like remember their old house.
Can you upload a photo from
some people like it too, especially if they buy like a fixer and it's like, oh, here's what it looked like when we bought it. Buyers will do it that way.
Yeah. Can you upload a photo from the camera roll?
Yeah. I don't fucking know.
But I think that's a really easy way to do it from you get the house professionally
Yes, you
photographed.
take it from your camera roll. Yeah, I'll show you one right now, Ryan.
Yes, I do want to see it. Might as well.
So yeah, Vinci, cool app.
Cool.
All right, cool. Well, with that said, guys, hope you got a lot of value out of the show today. I'm Kyle Whissel with eXp Realty in San Diego.
I'm Bryan Koci. I'll see you guys next week.
Wait. Before you leave, I want to share some more tips and tricks that we're using in our business to take it to that next level. Just click right here. And don't forget to subscribe. Click right here.